Hey everybody, it's Jason from the Texas Gun Vault 2, and I'm just making a video here while I'm waiting to see my last client of the day. I have a few moments I can sit here and film a video, and I wanted to do another one of my, I guess I'll call them a hot take video, and usually these things piss people off, and I can do that on this channel. I don't do it on my main channel. I try to have more thought out, calm videos over there. But over here, I can kind of work through what I'm thinking about. And this week's commentary video that I want to film for Sunday is going to be one that probably a lot of people are not going to like, because I'm pretty pessimistic. And I'm going to talk about why the anti-gunners in the long run are going to win and whose fault that is. I'm going to talk about politicians. I'm going to talk about the courts. I'm going to talk about you and gun owners and the people, shall we say, the collective, the people of the United States, and just what they are willing to put up with, what they are wanting to vote for, what they think they're voting for, living in the moment instead of seeing the big picture. But I'll go into that when I flesh it out into a full video. But today, I wanted to talk about something that people have been asking me about, which is, of course, Washington State passing the assault weapons ban, making them the 9th or the 10th state to have one. And I know a lot of people are freaking out because it's a pretty bad one. And I completely agree. And this was not necessarily unexpected. We know the politics of Washington. And people are asking me, what do I think? What should people of Washington State do? And my response is going to be one that people are probably not going to like, because they're going to say, oh, you're giving up on them, or you don't care, or what have you. My response is move. You got to get out of there. There are some places in this country that in the foreseeable short-term future, we're not going to be able to save. Okay? We're not going to see in the next 5 years or the next 10 years California turn to a red state. Okay? That's just not feasible. It's not going to happen. So why try? And some people will say, well, you're giving up. No, I'm not. I'm saying you have to have a tactical retreat. And of course, people are going to say that, well, those people, they have roots in Washington. They were born in Washington. They shouldn't have to leave. Well, I agree with that. But once again, talking about previous videos and being honest, life isn't fair. And in the past, there have been people, I'm talking about the distant past and the history of our country, there were people that lived in a place that they were persecuted, maybe for their religion, maybe they were poor, maybe they were in a political situation that was unacceptable to them. And these people loaded their families onto boats to go to a place they had never been to make a very dangerous journey, to cross an ocean, to find a better life, to go to a place that would welcome them and who they are and what they believed. And these people risked life and limb. These people risked everything. And a lot of us are here because of that, right? We're a nation of immigrants, people that came here with nothing and made a life for themselves and forged a life. The people of California and now the people of Washington have a choice to make. I support fighting these laws. I support giving to groups that are going to fight it. But let's just be honest. It's going to be upheld, okay? These judges are going to find some type of clever way to interpret the Bruin decision or the Heller decision and uphold them. We know politicians will continue in complete defiance of the Supreme Court and those rulings to pass more and more and more. And even if it is magically overturned, they'll reword it just a little bit to make it happen. It's just going to happen. And people will complain, but it's the way it's going to be. And if you live in Washington and this is something that you truly are passionate about, you need to move. I'm sorry. There are many states like people here in Texas that are going to welcome you with open arms. People that will say, welcome to our state, don't California or Texas, and vote for freedom. Do things that promote freedom. And it will continue the bifurcation of the nation. But let's just be honest. We're not going to, even if every person in rural Washington voted one way, the cities of, Seattle and the other big metropolitan areas are going to vote for tyranny. It's just the way it's going to be. And they're going to outnumber you. And the judges will find a way, the politicians will find a way, and every time something happens, these people will willingly vote themselves into tyranny because it's all they know. And especially when it comes to guns and gun control, they have to do something. In just the moment, they don't think about the bigger picture, they don't think rationally, they don't allow anything. They have to do something to show that they care. And it's a lost cause. In the short term, you might be able to overturn things, but they're going to come right back at it. They're going to try to pass something more. Some clever judge will word it in such a way or find some way to interpret a statute from the 1700s, which I'll talk about in my video on Sunday, because they found one. They found one to... some smart aleck judges are finding ways to uphold assault weapons bans because I guess it was Boston had a law in like 1760 that regulated the distribution of billy clubs, which were, they said, weapons designed for mass chaos. Therefore, that's a law that will stand the Bruin test, and assault weapons bans are legal. So they'll always find a way. They'll always find a way. And sure, fight it. But just like I said in my pistol brace amnesty video, when people bought those braces, they were complying. When you fill out a 4473, you're complying. You know it all the way. Don't lie to me now and say, oh, blah, blah, blah. And now that the deadline of this pistol brace amnesty thing is coming up, people are starting to panic. And I told them, you're not going to get relief from the courts. The court systems go too slow. The judges are going to find a way to uphold it. And what are you going to do? As I said, I support you doing whatever it is. I said, guys, there are no cases that have a possible, very, sudden chance of overturning this or putting a stay on the books. I was like, you're an idiot. You need to go do your research. Yes, I know that there are cases. One has already been denied for a preliminary injunction here in Texas. So you're probably going to see this pistol brace rule go into effect. Doesn't mean it's going to stay that way forever, but you're going to see it go into effect. And so if you're panicking, and you're like, I'm going to wait until the last day to make it, well, it's going to be too late. But you do you. And I hate to say it to people, but if you live in these places and this is something you're truly passionate about, you have to move. You have no choice. You have to move. And I know they say, Jason, it's so easy for you to say because you live in Texas and you don't live in a place where all your family is and so forth. But let me ask you, what did your ancestors do? If it really matters to you that much, you will move. If it's a minor inconvenience and you're just mad about it, you won't move. And the decision's up to you. So that's my hot take on Washington. I'm not giving up on them, but I'm a realist. And we're going to lose. We're going to lose in the long run because there are pro-gun people that will not vote for a pro-gun politician because, let's just say I'm just going to throw one out, okay? Let's just say it's Donald Trump. And you guys know I'm not always the biggest fan of Donald Trump. He gave us the bump stock ban stuff. But people will not vote for him because, oh my gosh, he had mean tweets. He just had mean tweets. I can't vote for that. Well, do you support gun rights? Yes. So you're not going to vote for him, so you'll vote for Biden. Well, yeah, because Biden doesn't have mean tweets. okay, then you get what you vote for. There's a lot of Republicans that will not vote for other Republicans because of, as I said, like things like mean tweets, or they said something about whatever, January 6th or whatever, or they posted something online like a meme or something. Everyone's like, I can't vote for him now. So you're the reason all this is happening. And just the way it is, everything's cyclical. People are going to vote themselves into tyranny, and we're going to continue to lose more and more freedom. And then one day, not in 10 years, not in 20 years, but maybe 100 years, it will be time to reset everything. And that day will come, but probably not in our generation, in our time. But yeah, so that's my take. If you live in Washington, get out. It's your only hope. That's it. So that's my hot take of what to do in Washington if you're a citizen there and it comes to this assault weapons ban. So there you go. Hope it answers some questions. So, as always, thanks for watching.